seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Localized combat now beginning.
You're the boss.
That's the way we do it.
Elimination complete.
Keep it up. Good healing, good times.
Enemy hero terminated.
Keep it up. Good healing, good times.
Update. Warheads have been deployed. End update.
I don't care. I got arts for you. Good healing, good times.
Arming your nuke.
Good healing, good
All
times.
warheads have been claimed. Enemy nuke launched.
Hello to my little friend. You're the boss. Good healing, good times.
And they should be curved and stuff.
No, but they're curved, so it'll be like 360, be like living in the Matrix, right?
That's what you need because it's like that's like that. And when you're going that over the top, you might as well do the screens that pop out too.
Oh man!
And the thing is, you got to give them. Acer is actually going to make the thing.
Yeah.
Razer, it's a prototype. They don't know if they're really going to make it.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't believe it, but
I would love if that actually came out and you could like bring that down to the library and press the button and have it deploy and put on your Kraken headphones and pull out your little Razer mouse and have everything flashing.
bring it to Starbucks. I was just like, I'm working on the next American novel right here.
Well, this thing did get stolen, right? So you know, maybe somebody is going to show up, you know, at a Starbucks.
Yeah,
just, you know,
two
pop
of them
it
got
down.
stolen, which is nuts.
Man.
Did they say how that even happened? So people know.
Well, yeah, they say it was towards the end of the show, I think, which means most people think that somebody walked in while they were dismantling the booth and just walked off with two of them. Which is impressive because those things are big.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
And how do they close
What
the
do you
screen
do? You
on
just
it?
like put that up your shirt?
They're like, oh, don't worry, I'm with the crew. I'm gonna go load this in. Don't worry.
They're offering
Yeah.
$25,000 rewards for those things too.
Yeah, it probably cost them about that much to make one of them.
Oh, way more. Prototypes are super
I bet that's the list price, 25,000.
Oh man.
I don't think it'll be. I don't think
it's ever gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. There's no
but
way.
I gotta say, like for Project Christine, which people don't know, if you don't know, Razer had a prototype 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was 2013, I think.
2013, and
2014.
what it was a cool modular PC that you would slot in your CPU, GPU, and their own little modules. It's like it's never going to get made because AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA are never going to support it. And there's no reason to do it. And this has a better chance of getting made than
Yeah, because it's just them.
It's just them. They could possibly do it.
And they are known for doing crazy things. And I do think their projector thing is going to come out. I don't know if you went and saw that, but Ariana, their other concept this year, which is their like chroma tied in projector that is basically just Microsoft's Illumaroom demo from a couple of years ago.
So I saw the projector. I didn't actually see
Yeah,
the
so
demo.
all it does is it extends your display onto the screen or onto the wall, and so it gives you like some ambiance of like, oh, I'm playing Doom on my screen, but also Doom is like all around me.
So from the pictures that I saw of that, because I didn't see it, did you see it live, Gordon?
No, I didn't because I didn't make.
Well,
the
the pictures that they have of it is like, you have your standard screen, but then they have like, it's not like extending the colors of the screen, it's extending the actual scene.
Yeah,
so
it's the
like, if you
screen.
had the Shadow Warrior 2 sword, it would keep going off the side of your thing.
So
And I would
it's
think
almost
that
like you're
would
rendering
further your
4K.
graphics card.
Yeah, you're like rendering 4K, but on the screen is
Yeah,
only
well,
1080.
Yeah, and
then the rest is being projected.
Yeah, and I think that like they're probably rendering that outside edges at a lower resolution because it doesn't matter as much. But as I said, it's basically just Illumaroom, which was a project that Microsoft unveiled in like 2013, I think. That was basically this exact thing except using the Kinect. It was like using a depth sensing camera to project over your furniture and all that. Razer just doesn't have a Kinect license. So they use 2 depth sensing cameras to sense where your furniture is, and then it projects or like maps the screen over your room.
I can dig it. I like the idea.
Yeah, it's a cool idea, and like there are other applications they've talked about. Like, hey, if you like, talking about the Logitech GTA tie-in earlier,
right?
Like in this example, the projector would just start flashing your whole room blue and red when the police were chasing you, which is kind of a cool like ambiance thing. But
that is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Although, I'm realizing first we've moved off of laptops now, and then 2, it's been an hour.
I know,
John's
we've
here
talked
today.
too
He's going
much.
to come in and yell at us. Do we have questions from YouTube or the audience or Facebook?
Yeah, we do. Give me a
from our
second
bosses
to
saying go back
bring
to
them
work?
up. Whoops.
What was that?
What was that? That was not me.
What was that?
Okay, just random off the cuff questions. Let me switch over the little graphic with my own personal sound effect. Medi on YouTube asks, is there a possible way to combine a full CPU and dedicated GPU chip on a single silicon wafer?
Yeah, it's called a console. That's pretty much what consoles are.
Boom.
And they do. I mean, those are discrete graphics in a lot of ways, but they're just custom discrete graphics. So not exactly high performance compared to what we get, but they're actually fairly high performance for what you're getting out of an APU or what you're getting out of Intel's IGP right now. So.
All right. Another question from Sunny on YouTube. Is Ryzen, whatever you want to call it, only available for desktops for now, or will we be seeing them in laptops and 2-in-1s in this coming month?
Next time.
I don't think they've said officially, but the way that they're, keep pushing, this is for high end, we're back on the performance level. I'm not sure. I would not expect laptop parts to be part of the initial launch, at least.
Yeah, I think it's going to be later half of the year. But AMD has said they design Ryzen so that it would scale from mobile to server. So it's clear you will see it in laptops. I'm going to guess that they will be aggressively pushing it for laptops a lot sooner than we expect, because that's where a lot of the money is. That's where all the volume is in mobile. So they are going to be. You will see it this year, I bet.
Anthony on YouTube asks, will GeForce Now work on Chromebooks?
It's a program. You have to actually you click the program and it opens up your virtual PC. So I would doubt it.
Yeah, I
They
was gonna
didn't
say
announce
probably
it
not.
For PCs. They only announced it for PCs and Macs. So I would highly doubt it.
Man, that would be a great application for it, though. With Chromebooks.
Yeah, I mean, Linux would also, a Linux distro, that would probably go over real well, since that would be a case where you couldn't just play those games on your machine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you couldn't just do it in your browser. Think about it. It's just streaming, right? But you open up, I saw him pick it up. You open up a program to open up your virtual PC, so I would highly doubt it's on Chromebooks right now anyway.
Yeah.
I got a good question from Mossy Edge. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. First, real quick, Cristiano asks, after all the preview and conversation with Raja, how do you feel about Vega?
Vega, they've only shown a technical preview so far. I mean, it looked pretty impressive what they showed. They showed Doom running at 60 to 70 frames per second with everything cranked at 4K, which is faster than the GTX 1080. They're showing it in Vulkan, which favors AMD, so it's kind of hard to tell what to do there. But it sounds like they're doing all the right things. It looks real interesting what they're doing on the technical side of things, but you never know till they ship. So
Yeah. Did it change your feeling though? Was it more positive or just still neutral? I mean, at this point, we just want to see the parts, right?
I'm a jaded tech reporter, right? So I'm always, we'll wait and see till we get it in our labs. We'll wait and see. So
Right. I think ever since I saw Vega, we saw it in January December.
December,
We saw it in
yeah.
December. I think it's still a good sign because it is at least somewhat competitive. We don't know where it's going to fall against 1080. Could be better, could be less, a little bit. No matter what, NVIDIA's natural reaction will be price war.
Drop that 1080 Ti. Yeah.
Drop a 1080 Ti.
It'll be the same as last time. And then they'll drop the 1080 price, and the 1080 Ti will slot right in at 650 or whatever.
But I mean, if a Vega comes in and assume it's 1080 performance, but it's 1070 pricing, what's NVIDIA going to do, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, they were saying this is an early technical preview too. It's not optimized yet. When we actually, if you haven't checked it out, people watching, listening, or whatever, Gordon and I interviewed Raja Kaduri, the head of Radeon, for 40 minutes at CES. We have a video of it. You should check it out. I actually tried asking him, look, man, is this like entry-level Vega, or is this your high-end Vega, somewhere in the middle? What's going on? He wouldn't say. So we have no idea where this falls in the stack. I mean, it's really intriguing to see it running Doom that high, beating a GTX 1080, but there's still too many question marks to get excited or not excited about yet.
I'm excited for the competition is what I am. Wherever it comes in, it'll cause prices to decrease for for all gamers, so that's a good thing. I think.
I hope it comes out better than the GTX 1080, because I think there are going to be a lot of disappointed people if you wait a year after the GTX 1080 launch and it's equal to the GTX 1080.
Yeah.
Or even just slightly above.
But price, they could compete on price. But if it comes in at 1070, then people are going to be a little disappointed, right? Because 1070 is not exactly super expensive. So.
Well, this has HBM2 and the redesigned cache controller and everything. I doubt that they will be able to compete on price alone. So I hope they have some performance in the bag.
Right. So we'll see, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got another one. Carlos on YouTube asks, any word on Windows 10 Mobile at CES? I know that's not you guys' beat, but
I mean, Microsoft's basically like stabbed it and threw it in the back alley, right? So.
Well, but they're running it on ARM now, right? That was their big. That was their big thing before CES. I didn't honestly pay attention to Windows 10 Mobile because I don't really care too much about it at this point. But they're running on ARM, I guess. We'll see how that shakes out.
And Mark was talking with ARM itself, because the whole thing with Windows desktop applications running on ARM, that's limited to Qualcomm chips right now. But ARM actually told Mark, hey man, if anybody wants to make ARM chip and have it run desktop applications, that's fine, they can do it too. So that's an encouraging sign for the future of Windows Mobile. I still have doubts about the future of Windows Mobile. I probably would I would not buy a Windows Mobile phone right now, but
yeah,
they're setting stuff up for resurgence in the future.
Shadow XGP on YouTube asks, what do you guys think if they put a paper screen on a laptop, kind of like the LG screen? I think it's e-ink. Or
Oh, you mean
E-ink.
Yeah. I mean, it might be cool if you had it on the outside of your laptop. If you had e-ink display with your Google appointments or something like that, that might be kind of neat.
like a little notification.
But it does feel a little gimmicky. I mean, it's just got to be done right, and you have to have the right integration. And then you're adding a lot of cost for something. That
I mean,
would use.
I would buy a full laptop with an e-ink screen. Let me say why. Because the battery life on those things is so much better than your average laptop.
Yep.
I would use it the same way that I used that thing that I showed you a couple weeks ago. That the Neo. I can't remember the company that made that thing. No, because my problem is always, like, as a person that uses a gaming laptop, my laptop lasts about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours on a plane. And it would be very nice to have, like, oh, this thing lasts literally like 70 hours. You never have to worry about it. It's always charged when you need it. I could take it to a convention and use it all week without having to worry about it. And, like, all I'm doing at a convention is just, like, typing some stuff. I don't need it to look pretty. I just need to, like, be able to use a word processor and connect to the internet.
Well, that's
That'd be a nifty niche, right? Like a e-ink productivity laptop, basically, where it's all black and white. I can dig that. I'd buy one of those.
Yeah, right.
Refresh rate
for like $200, like the same price as a Kindle, but then you have like a keyboard and stuff on there, and it just does basic tasks.
But I guess what I'm wondering is, because one of the great things about e-ink is you don't have refresh. Really, it's just static. It'll sit there static and not use any power.
Yeah.
But in a word processor, it is static a lot of the time. But when you carriage down, it's going to move everything. I wonder if you would still have the battery life performance.
I think you would still get better battery life than you would get out of a normal monitor.
Yeah, there's no backlight.
So that's what I mean. Like, I think if you got like even like 30 or 40 hours out of that thing, that would make it worth it for me to jump over for just like that purpose. I don't need it for like day-to-day use. I just want it for like conventions and plane rides and stuff like that, where power is a commodity. What was that?
A Chromebook, basically, where you can write on the road.
Yep.
That's it.
You know what? So we should have like old hardware day, and I will bring in my HP OmniBook 300, which probably nobody's listening has ever heard of. But it's essentially the same thing you're talking about. It had a black and white LCD screen, had a little pop-out mouse, and it ran on rechargeable NiCads, nickel metals, but you could actually, in a pinch, run it on AA batteries. I mean, it's very much like the Trash 100, the old Radio Shack Trash 100s, too, where they had a little tiny 10-inch screen on the 10-line screen at the top, right?
Yeah, well, that's the Neo. The Neo has that 4-line screen, and it's like, oh, good.
Man, it's so hipster.
It's great, man. Let me tell you, there was a night not too long ago where Brad was like, hey. Or actually, I spotted some news that broke, and it was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was out back in my backyard with a fire going, and I just took that thing out there.
Wearing some flannel.
I just typed up an article.
Yeah,
it is a nice backyard. I've been there. It's pretty good.
And I went and sent that article to Brad, and it took me like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and I didn't even have to go inside and use my PC. I just sat out there in the glory of San Francisco nature.
Smoking some cloves, or I don't know what hipsters do. And some hipster.
Smoking some meat, actually.
Got him. So Browaris on YouTube asks, for Ryzen, is it going to have a built-in GPU like Intel for some of their chips?
That won't be till end of the year with Raven Ridge. So the first one is the Summit Ridge part, traditional discrete parts. Later on in the year, will have Raven Ridge, which is their APU. But I think what's kind of cool is